What's up everybody, my name is BVMSerious and welcome back to another Pokemon Go video. Today is Community Day for the Gen 6 Fire Starter, Fennekin. And before we go any further into the contents of today's video, I want to take this time right now to say that if you're brand new to this channel and you want to see more stuff like this in the near future, then please consider hitting that subscribe button down below. Also be sure to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any new future content from this channel. But anyways, with that being said, let's get straight into the details regarding today's Community Day. So aside from the increased spawn and shiny rates of Fennekin, as well as the typical 3-hour incense and lures, candy bonuses, and trade bonuses, we also have triple catch stardust as the other main bonus for today's event. So do be sure to pop on a star piece if you want to benefit from 50% extra dust. And also, any Fennekin fully evolved up into Delphox during the 3-hour event, plus up to 5 hours after, will learn the special fire-type charge move Blast Burn. And also during the Community Day hours and any point afterwards, Delphox will also be able to learn the brand new fire-type charge move Mystical Fire. Although do keep in mind that this Community Day is all about getting Blast Burn, as Mystical Fire can be obtained any point after. Also, there are special bundles that you can get in the shop, as well as special Fennekin Community Day themed stickers, and there's also a special research that you can purchase for 99 cents, or whatever that equivalent is in your country's currency, for a special research titled Fur and Flames. And this will give you the opportunity to get some Fennekin encounters that have relatively nice IVs, as well as a Breaksin and a Delphox encounter at the end. So depending on what you want, this may potentially be worth it for you to actually get this research. And like I said, it is relatively cheap, so in my opinion I think it's worth it, but that's really up to you. Also, with using the Go Snapshot functionality, you can get up to 5 free additional encounters with Fennekin. And also, at the conclusion of the 3-hour event, Fennekin's evolved form Breaksin will be appearing in special 4-star raids. And if you manage to take down Breaksin, then Fennekin will be spawning around the gym that hosted the raid for 30 minutes within a 300-meter radius. And any of these Fennekin that appear around the gym will have the same shiny rate as those that appear during the 3-hour event. However, do keep in mind that you cannot use remote raid passes to do these. You can only battle them in person. But anyways, now that we got the details on today's Community Day out of the way, let's get straight into the video. Alright, so we are once again back at the pavilion, and there are a bunch of Fennekin here, but before I go any further, I do need to pop an incense on and also get some star pieces going, because I definitely want to benefit from the extra stardust. And let's go ahead and check one of these Fennekin and see if it's shiny. No, this first one is not shiny. Alright, so we are going to be diving into the research here. However, it's really unnecessary for me to go over what the tasks are, because it's pretty much the same as it was the other previous Community Days that we've done. You know, just like make 5 nice throws, catch 15 Fennekin, and power up a Pokemon 10 times. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing here. So for power up a Pokemon 10 times, I'm actually going to power up this Hundo Galarian Stunfisk I ended up getting very recently, because Galarian Stunfisk is just such a very good Pokemon in both the Great League and the Ultra League aspects of the Go Battle League for Pokemon Go. So I do have one already for Great League, and now I finally have a Hundo one that I can use for the Ultra League, and that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be powering this little bad boy up, or I guess girl I should say, because it's actually a female, but you guys get the point. So yeah, there we go, we just powered it up 10 times, and then we're just going to be catching a bunch of Fennekin, and hopefully we run into some shinies. Alright, so a few minutes later I actually got really lucky and I found myself a shiny Fennekin. Honestly, I'm not too fond of the gray on this thing. I feel like they could have actually went with like a different color for shiny Fennekin other than gray. The other thing I also want to point out too is like the shiny family for Fennekin actually kind of reminds me a little bit of the shiny family for Slugma, because Slugma's gray and Magcargo's purple, and Breaksin and Delphox are also kind of purple as well. So, and also the other cool thing, like at least where I'm at, it's actually pretty sunny out, so I'm actually able to benefit from extra stardust because of the weather boosting. So I'm basically getting about like 500 extra dust for every Fennekin I catch. And so there we go, we got the shiny Fennekin. We're going to check its stats and just see how good it is. Not bad for a shiny, I suppose. So yeah, for every Fennekin I'm catching, I'm getting like 562 stardust in conjunction with the star piece. Alright, so things are actually looking really good for me right now. As almost 30 minutes in, I've already got my second shiny Fennekin here on screen, so we're going to use a Golden Raz and an Ultra Ball and secure this catch. And there we go, we got the second shiny Fennekin. So I do want to apologize in advance for how this video may potentially turn out, because here at the pavilion today, there's like nothing but hustle and bustle of people, and I just like, for some reason I find it really difficult to try and like film when there's like a lot of people around, and I don't want to like make anything extremely awkward. So aside from that, I did actually complete the first set of the research here, and I'm still at 2 shiny Fennekin, so we're doing really good so far. And we have a reward Fennekin here out of the research, and it's not shiny. And we are now going to claim our end set reward here and get the next Fennekin encounter, and this one is also not shiny, but this one's actually higher than the last one. And so getting into the second set, we have transfer 10 Pokemon, catch another 15 Fennekin, and then evolve 3 Fennekin. So we're going to be doing just that. Okay, so off screen, I ended up actually getting a few additional shiny Fennekin here. I wish I could have actually showed these off, but unfortunately, like, the amount of business that's actually in the pavilion today is just so unreal, and I feel like it's kind of making it difficult for me to actually try and film without, like I said, without trying to like make an awkward scene, you know what I mean? I'm just kind of a shy person, so I'm sure any of you watching might actually understand that. Typically, I'm up here at the pavilion with my dad, but unfortunately, I'm actually flying solo today for Community Day, which it's obviously fine. But the other reason I'm up here at the pavilion in particular is just because this area is generally good for a lot of spawns, so I'm definitely finding like it gives me a better opportunity to shiny check Pokemon like right and left, and like I said, I'm already at like 6 shinies, so that's actually really good. So at least now I actually have the full shiny family, and also just being in this area allows me to capitalize on the triple catch Stardust that is featured with today's Community Day as well. So currently right now I am still working on the second set of the research here. I'm currently evolving 3 of my Fennekins into Braixen. Just a bunch of random ones, obviously. I don't really care which ones I evolve at this current point in time. Obviously, I want to make sure I evolve like the highest possible IV one into a Delphox, and then maybe evolve one into a PvP-worthy Delphox that I can use in the Go Battle League, because I feel like Delphox, with the new moves that it's got, may actually have some potential in the Go Battle League. So I will actually talk more about Mystical Fire and Blast Burn both on Delphox closer to the end of this video, and how it'll affect its overall performance. Alright, so upon evolving all 3 of my Fennekin into Braixen, we have now completed the second set of the research, and we will claim all these rewards, and we will see if this next reward Fennekin is going to be shiny. It is not shiny. And we will now claim the second set of research here, and we will see if this one is, and unfortunately this one is also not shiny. So getting into the third set here, we have make 3 great curveball throws, catch another 15 Fennekin, and evolve a Braixen. Okay, so I am currently now in what could very well be the least crowded area in the whole pavilion. This is actually where I first started filming this video, so we're probably just going to stick around here for the remainder of this. But anyways, we completed the third set of the research here, and we will now claim this, and I think this reward encounter is going to be a Fennekin, so we're going to claim that. And yep, I was right, this is a Fennekin, and it's also not shiny, unfortunately. And we will now claim this set rewards here and get the reward Braixen now. So this is what Braixen looks like. So we will now catch this. And as always, the final set of the research is automatically complete for us, so we will claim all the rewards here plus the end set reward. And I believe this is the final Fennekin encounter, which it is, and unfortunately this one is also not shiny. So it's kind of unfortunate I didn't get any shinies out of the research, which would be really nice because I would know it's got high IVs. But regardless, it's still nice to have all these Fennekin for the extra dust. And now on that note, we will now claim the reward Delphox here with Blast Burn. And lately I've been having terrible luck with final evolutions coming out of the research, so hopefully this Delphox will actually be pretty decent. And there we go, 1 Great Ball and an Ultra Ball later, and I finally got the Delphox, so we'll have to see just how good this is. It's not bad. I mean, it's definitely better than some of the other 3rd stage Pokemon I've gotten out of the research, that's for sure. So that is pretty much it in terms of everything the Fur and Flame special research has to offer. And the remainder of today is going to be spent doing just general shiny checking and also benefiting from the triple catch Stardust while I still can. Alright, so now that Fennekin Community Day is officially behind us, it is now time for me to offer my personal analysis on Delphox and its overall performance in Pokemon Go, and what exactly both Blast Burn and Mystical Fire will both do for this Pokemon. So, like all the other Fire-type starters, Blast Burn is a huge bolster to their movesets, and this is especially true for Delphox, as it doesn't really have access to the best Fire-type charge move like Overheat. I mean, obviously this isn't to say that Flamethrower is a bad charge move, obviously Overheat is just better. Before these two moves, Flamethrower was actually Delphox's best Fire-type charge move, but now that it has access to Blast Burn, this is definitely a big bolster to Delphox's overall move pool, and it will now be a very good fire attacker with this move. And in terms of non-legacy charge moves, Mystical Fire happens to be Delphox's next best fire-type charge move ahead of Flamethrower. Even at this, Delphox won't nearly have as much play in the raid aspect of the game like some of the other fire-type attackers in the game like Moltres or Chandelure or Darmanitan, Reshiram, or even Mega Charizard's X and Y, or Mega Blaziken, or even the brand new Volcarona that had just been newly released. Obviously these are going to be the far better fire-type attackers that you could be using in the raid aspect. But like I said, Delphox with Blast Burn is still not the most terrible option. It's still a very good option if you don't have access to any of these. Now getting into the PvP aspect of Delphox, now that it has access to Blast Burn, it has a very good nuke charge move that can just destroy any Pokemon in PvP that is weak to fire-type moves. And also with Mystical Fire being added in, both of these charge moves are the ones that you want to be running on your PvP Delphox for the Go Battle League, because Mystical Fire is now basically the fire-type equivalent of Icy Wind, because not only are you doing damage to your enemy with Mystical Fire, but you're also lowering their attack by 1 stage. So, in some cases, this could come in handy for Delphox to have, but unfortunately, according to PvPoke.com, Delphox unfortunately is not exactly the most highly ranked of some of the fire attackers in PvP, but this does not mean that Delphox won't have any play in Go Battle League. I mean, obviously, you could still probably run it and then probably get some victories. It's just not as good as like some of the other fire attackers that people most often use in PvP, things like Charizard or Alolan Mravunac or etc, etc. Obviously, those are far better Pokemon you want to be using if you want a fire-type Pokemon on your Go Battle League team to secure you some victories. But I still feel like there's still potential for this Pokemon in the Go Battle League. But anyways, that is pretty much it in terms of everything that Fennekin Community Day has to offer. It's been a pretty decent day for me despite, you know, having some difficulty trying to film in public. I actually got like 13 shiny Fennekin out of it, so it's been a very nice day, and I also got up to like 100,000 Stardust, so the more Stardust I have, the merrier, you know? But anyways, on that note, I will go on ahead and I will actually end off this video right here. And as always, if you guys enjoyed this video, then please consider hitting that subscribe button down below. Also leave a like and a comment, it won't hurt either. But anyways, that is going to be it for me today. I'm BVMSerious, and I hope you guys have a seriously amazing day. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, here we go. Our first shiny Togetic here. It's hardly different, honestly, from the original Togetic, except actually it is relatively noticeable in that, like, the blue triangle here is originally red, but for the shiny it's blue, and then the blue triangles on the sides are actually red for the shiny, and it's also kind of got like a cream color. So we are going to go ahead and use a Golden Raz and an Ultra Ball to